Welcome in to Fantasy AI. All right, welcome back to the computer room. Back here getting the data for today's show. And we're going to have a good one, so hope you're ready. Let's get started. Today we're going to be looking at the 2023 best wide receiver values. Where'd you draft them? How much draft capital you had to use? How did they perform? That's what we're going to be looking at today's show. So, hey, let's remember, guys. Time of year? Because your record is 0-0. It's not because it's spring out. It's not because you're getting ready for gardening. It's because your roster is empty. Got no bums from last year. We're going to start anew. So quickly, let's just look over a couple of these signings at wide receiver. Ridley went to Tennessee. Got 4-year, $92 million. Can't believe the money these guys are getting. Just can't. Marquise Brown picked up a 1-year, $11 million contract with Kansas City. You've probably all seen these, but hey, it sets the deck ready for Gabe Davis getting from Jacksonville. 3-year, $39 million. Right, but to replace Ridley. And Curtis Samuel cashes in for $8 million a year on Buffalo. He even gets in the action and gets a 3-year, $39 million contract. I just can't believe the money they were getting for a wide receiver. But let's jump right into the best wide receiver draft values. Now, this is, you see here, you gave CeeDee Lamb, obviously the #1 wide receiver in fantasy. You gave the 6th. You know, did it return the best value? Well, hey, you know, you're getting the #1 wide receiver. You got to put him on the chart, even though he was turned over the wrong way there. But just by virtue of where he landed, you got to use him. So, hey, Zay Flowers was #2, the best value. Over here, you can see the rankings. If you're not familiar with that, you can see that he ranked 30th in fantasy. And in parentheses, I have there the preseason going in. So you got a little value. You gave the 37th most draft capital for him. He ended up the 30th ranked receiver. Rookie came on strong. So George Pickens finished 18th here. He finished 23rd in fantasy. And you had to give the 32nd preseason ranking. That's where his draft capital was. So you can see he got 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. You got pretty good value out of him. Coming in next, Amon St. Brown. Third, yeah, he's the 3rd wide receiver, but you did give the 9th for him. You know, so he was one of your, that's very good value coming in. Jumped up 6th there. Oh, very happy if you had him. Amon St. Brown coming in at 17. 16, Thielen. He still had some gas left in the tank. You can see you gave 54. He was 54 ranked coming in, delivered 31, got some spot starts early. You know, you didn't have to use them all year. Most of these guys, hey, you're plugging them in. They're your best value draft values. Courtland Sutton came in at #15. You can see he was 47th preseason coming in. Oh, Jerry Jeudy and all that. Hey, he's going to make the list. The worst coming up. We got, but he finished 27th. Surprising, even though with the struggles with Russell Wilson, but he's out of there now. And let's check out #14, Pittman. He came in as the 48th, but delivered the 25th. Had 1,152 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns. 143 fantasy points. Hey, you know what? You were starting him. Didn't have to give, but I don't know why they were so down on him. I guess the new running quarterback, Pittman must have had a down year the year. Tank Dell coming in at 13. Who? This, you know, everybody was not sure of the name here, but he ended up coming in 56th ranked, finished 38th. You know, and a lot of that was early. He missed a lot of games late, so early on he was the talk of Houston. Well, that and their new rookie quarterback. But moving on, Rashid Shaheed. Did you pick him up in supplemental? Obviously, because he was a no-name coming in. But once Michael Thomas and those fizzled out, where was Chris Olave this year after the year before? Rashid Shaheed come on strong. You can see that he finished 39th. You had to spot start him at times. Got some games out of him. And coming in at number 11th on the best value, Deebo Samuel. Comes in, ranks preseason ranks 17th, delivers 8. 12 touchdowns. Look at that rushing. 5 rushing touchdowns, 225 yards, 183 fantasy points. Boy, he really helped out and did good. I mean, you were happy to have him. Let's move on to number 10, Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen finishes with 11th ranked receiver. Preseason 23rd. Boy, you snuck him in. He was almost top 10 receiver, got 11th. 170 points, 7 touchdowns. The old man, now he's with the Bears this next year. Some of these guys are moving. Jakobi Meyers. Did you sneak him in onto your team? Came in ranked 58th. We had finished 22nd in receiving. Wow, you gave nothing for him. This was a great flyer. 146 fantasy points. Maybe you picked him up in a supplemental. Maybe you took a flyer late in your league. But if you had Jakobi Meyers, he returned good value. What about Rashid Rice? You know, Kansas City's, who was it going to be? You know, you had it going back and forth. Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney. Was it going to be him? No, it looked like it was Rashid Rice. Finished 28th. Wasn't even 72nd. That wasn't even drafted. Picked him up in a supplemental. Great value. See, he had 7 touchdowns. More to come from him, probably. Jordan Addison. Finished with 19th rank. Gave the 34th. He was ranked. I mean, hey, he was someone, but if you followed through and got him, man, you got 10 points a game. And while Jefferson was gone, Jordan Addison was filling in. You got some great points early for him. Faded at the end when Justin Jefferson came back. But my goodness, you know, if you put a little flyer on him, and you had to draft him, coming in ranked 34th. But hey, if you had him, he certainly returned some good value. Coming in at number 6, we had Brandon Okoye. Ranked 10th on the year. 1,342 yards. Who would have thought they would have passed for that many? Boy. Ended up with 176. You had 2 of those, Deebo and Brandon Okoye, on the list. 2 of them on the best values. I guess we weren't coming in thinking we're going to get a lot out of the San Francisco passing game. They delivered. Coming in at number 5, Jalen Reed. You can see he wasn't even preseason ranked. 71st. No one was taking him. Finished 18th. He was doing pretty good there. He had 10 touchdowns total. You know, he came on later. So, I mean, these guys, you're not starting him the whole year. But, hey, towards the end, you were starting him and getting some good value out of him. Really, when Watson, the other guy just never showed. DJ Moore coming in at number 4. Came in preseason ranked 19th, delivered 6th. Look at that, 192 points, 9 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. You were happy to have him. How's he going to compare now? He got Keenan Allen coming in as a teammate. Got the rookie quarterback probably going to be their quarterback. Justin Fields is off to Pittsburgh as a backup. So, hey, with quality quarterback, maybe next year he even does better and returns more value. Number 3 is Mike Evans. He finished 4th on the year. Came in 31. You know, he had the Baker Mayfield issue. Well, who wanted him? Baker Mayfield was going to bring the whole team down and sink him, but no. Look at that, 203 fantasy points, 13 touchdowns. Mike Evans really did good on the year. Boy, you were happy to have him. He was a find. Look at that, 31st. He had a number 1 receiver there, starter. Gave nothing for him. Nico Collins, another guy. Look at this, 44th coming in. With that new rookie quarterback, we're like, oh my gosh, he's not going to have a very good year. And then it had the Tank Dell guy. Here he came in at 9. Came in preseason ranked 44. If you had Nico Collins, was that the difference maker? Might have been. 180 points. Yes. All right, number 1, Puka Nacua came in ranked 5th overall, but boy, you gave nothing for him, picked him up in the supplemental. I remember that. Cooper Kupp goes down. Was it going to be TT Atwell or Puka Nacua? And a lot of people jumped on Atwell because he had a touchdown the week that Cooper Kupp went down. And then you might have snuck in a supplemental. You know, not even the top pick, not given much draft capital in the supplemental, and you got Puka. What a return there. Almost 1,500 yards. I think he set a rookie record. 6 touchdowns. Ranked 5th. You know, wow, what a great value for Puka Nacua, the best running back value you got last year. Hey, if you're liking and seeing what you're seeing in the video, please like or subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up right now. If you're not sure how to do it, look it up. Fine, give me a thumbs up. And now it's going to bring back some painful memories if you had some of these guys. The worst values at receiver. So let's start it off with JSN. A lot of hype coming in on him. Matter of fact, he came in ranked 39th. He probably went in your first draft. Someone took a flyer on him, finished 51, never delivered. And yes, Metcalf, and still had Lockett hanging in there. So next up, Perpetual. Every year, disappointment. Did you take a flyer on, because he was on Kansas City, a good team, Kadarius Toney. Came in ranked 123rd in fantasy. Just a bum. Preseason ranked 50th. Hope you didn't get caught up with him. He was one of the worst values. Burks. Talk about perpetual. Hope the last couple years. Oh, is he going to be? No. Came in ranked 45th. Delivered 129th. Get him out of here. The Thin Reaper. Devontae Smith is next. Hey, you're saying, well, burst value, he was 21st wide receiver. You'd probably starting him. But hey, you paid 13th for him. He come in preseason capital. He was ranked 13th. People were jumping on him. Philadelphia, they're going to pass more of that this last year, they thought. Finished 21st. Disappointment. Thin Reaper. Michael Thomas. Boy, is he done now? Is he done? Came in ranked 38th. Oh, there's still a chance. Then came in, finished 83rd. No chance. Moving on. Deontay Johnson. Came in ranked 28th. Finished 43rd. Disappointing. Got a new team in Carolina. See how he does down there. Works. All right, moving on. Jerry Jeudy. Constant disappointment. His whole career has been a disappointment. Plus, he's in Cleveland now. So let's let him disappoint some Cleveland fans now. Came in ranked 36th. Finished 50th. Not very good. We got Diggs over here. Diggs came in ranked 4th. Finished 12th. You're starting Diggs. Hey, that's 10 points a week. You're going to rank 12th on the year. He's a starter. Everyone's starting him. But hey, you paid 4th draft capital at wide receiver for him. Didn't quite deliver. That's not a good value. Mike Williams, they cut him. Well, I don't blame him. Always injured, Mike Williams. They say big Mike, how about big injured? 29th, came in ranked. Everybody, hey, maybe going to work with that new. And finished 112th. Moving on, Drake London, that's a disappointment. Yes, they had a bad quarterback. Yes, but he just disappeared. 104 points, 24th coming in. Yeah, we knew Ryder was not going to be good. But now they got Kirk Cousins down there. Guess what? He's going to be one of the big sleepers next year. It wasn't his fault. He made some just great catches. But hey, worst value last year. Christian Kirk. Where are you now? 25th ranked coming in. 45th delivered. Oh, what a bum. Hey, now we got rid of clearing out his team. Maybe he can now recover this next year. I don't know. Jamar Chase. Hey, 163 points, 7 touchdowns. You're like, hey, yeah, you're starting him every week. He came in ranked number 2, finished 13th. You didn't get the value you put in. He ended up not ranked 9th on the worst values. Chris Olave came in ranked 12th. We were a promising year the year before. Did nothing this year. Sophomore slump. 1,100 yards. I mean, yeah, hey, all of these guys, you're starting some of these. You have to. But he finished up 24th. He gave 12th capital. That ain't good. Coming in next, Waddle. Look at that. What a disappointment. Came in ranked 10th. Finished 32nd. Whew. You suffer through Waddle. And you had to keep starting him. These are big disappointments. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. Came in ranked preseason 21st. Jahan Dawson. I don't know. Just never. It wasn't because of injury, this guy. Just bad. 58th finish. Painful memory. Christian Watson came in ranked 16th, finished 61st. Bad memory. Get him off your team. Hey, you know what? These guys are off your team. That's the best time of year, right? These guys ain't on your team. And Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp finished 41st at wide receiver rankings. Came in 11th. Spent some on him. You lost. You weren't sure was he going to come back from the injury, then had the hamstring problem. But really set up Puka for being the best. But coming in at number 3, T. Higgins. T. Higgins franchise. T. Higgins. They franchise tagged him. It's going to demanding a trade. Anyway, came in ranked 14th last year, finished 46th. That ain't good. T. Higgins. Number 2, Garrett Wilson. Just didn't deliver. And finished 7th, or finished 35th, ranked 7th. But hey, he's so bad his picture didn't even show up. That's how bad he finished. And let's move on to Justin Jefferson, number 1. Ranked 26th final. Came in ranked number 1. Obviously injuries. You can't, what are you going to do with injuries? But hey, he was one of your top picks. You probably took him ahead of some of the running backs. Finished not too good. So that was some painful memories. Justin Jefferson there. But anyway, this is why we're saying it's a great time of year. Hey, that's all. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up so I can bring you more quality content. Thank you.